Hello, everybody. I'm the Worm. I'm back with 999, and we're in the middle of a pretty important scene right now. So we'll probably get back into it. There is a kind of spiel I kind of want to go on right now, but I feel like I should probably finish this scene out before getting into my rant, essentially. So we're just going to get back into it. We just went through, the whole... it feels like the climax. It feels like we're in the climax right now. Because all the things that have been building up, the telepathy, the nonary game, Akane and Junpei's relationship, Ace's megalomaniacal, whatever, all that stuff. It's all been sort of building up to this, and we finally sort of done it. But again, we're not done with the scene yet, so we're just gonna hop back in, and then I'll wait for a time where I think it's appropriate I can talk. So, we just did this test, and fortunately, it worked for Akane in the past. But unfortunately, it does not appear to have worked for us in the future. So, let's see how it goes.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping. What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't it stopping? This thing stopping.
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Ooh, down to the wire. Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. Then we just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain. Just go.
Quick! Verify your numbers on the red! Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Whew. Oh boy. Oh, thank fucking Christ. No time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We still gotta find the dead. Oh, boy.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy can sure laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap,
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. Nothing. Okay, last time I did say I was going to check back on that flashback, and I definitely did do that. So I do remember what I do remember what 7 said. Okay, the door open, standing in front of it was my brother. Okay.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Okay. Oh, make sure to... You need to verify. Wait a second. Ace took the 2 other bracelets with him, didn't he? Or are they on the floor? Did he leave them there? Uh-oh. This is not good. You guys need to realize this very quickly. Although, did we ever have it established that the kids had bombs in them? Or was that an invention of Zero's? Oh, I guess we might find out. Let's keep going.
Akane!
I buried my face into his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. It was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets had been a countdown to death. Okay, there we go. I looked away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan. Okay. I was about to say. Thank you, game. Yeah, okay. Making me sweat a bit just before actually taking care of it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. A huge detective who we'd call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time to get moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Okay. Do I want to talk now? No, let's keep going. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here... but if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8.
Yeah, it said that on the display there.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
He said the 9 wasn't a 9.
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
Yes.
B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17. I is 18. J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23. O is 24. P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
Q.
26.
Man, I hexadecimal, man. I didn't know about it at all before playing this game, and well, it still trips me up here and there, but it is what it is, I guess.
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase Q.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell in my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest? No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. Akane vision. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the Gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. Then... So there's a third Titanic somewhere? So we're not on the Gigantic, the Junpei crew in the future. We're on another replica ship? Is that what this means? Gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only the prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air. Gah. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh. I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait,
No way.
you've got to be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
Wait, are we not on a ship? Maybe that was a trick.
This is...
Oh, yeah. Is this building Q? Are we in Nevada?
The This is the building in the Nevada desert.
Oh, tricksy game. Tricksy game. Haha. Didn't even think of that.
The mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really gotten a look at the underside of one of these things. Let's see what's inside you. Huh, just a little electronic chip, like in an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy.
So, okay. Was it only the ninth man who had a bomb? And the rest of us were fine? Maybe it was only the planners that had bombs, and the rest of us didn't? Huh. That's something. Heh. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Is that it? Really? Man. Okay. Okay. There has to be an after credits, right? There has to be... Well, I know there's 2 sequels, a second and third game, right? Man, for some reason I wasn't expecting to finish today. I don't have anything prepared. I wasn't planning on. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I was gonna go on a bit of a spiel, but now I'm wondering if I should save it. I'm gonna do, in some of the last Let's Plays I've done, I've done a separate sort of epilogue where I sort of talk about the characters and my experience with the game. Aw, cute. And, you know, basically my thoughts and future ideas. So I'm probably, not probably, I will do that for this. So maybe I should save my rant for then. Okay, game. There has to be more. You're pulling my leg here, right? Let's see.
Are you
Aw.
okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute at first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
So sorry, this is taking away from it. So is Santa's older than Junpei? I guess that's what this means. Yeah, I misjudged all the ages of these characters when I started. Okay. Hey! Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Say what now?
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. So we didn't actually have bombs in our bracelets. Or excuse me, we didn't have bombs implanted in us? Or did we have the bombs, it's just the bracelets didn't have detonators? But what would be the point of that? But wait, where was I going with this? Oh, but was the incinerator real? Or would it have just stopped if we hadn't been able to do that? I'm assuming that one comment that Junpei made about the bracelets not having detonators meant that at least the people that Akane cared about were safe, you know? But so then what was that whole incinerator room thing? Was that also just not real? I'm assuming it probably wasn't, right? If we're going along the theory that Akane actually cares about Junpei and the rest. Because she was just setting it up to be like what she saw in her vision of the future, right? But she doesn't actually want to hurt any of us. I guess. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gas. Oh my goodness. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. Jumpy jumped, huh? He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with face covered with big swelling
You
lumps.
couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth, where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Junpei, the man of justice right here.
Because
Yeah.
of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
The bunny rabbits?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into
They
the
asked
wind.
me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do. So, sorry, I'm thinking back over everything now. So, when no, never mind. I don't remember. Okay, sorry. course, they probably didn't. They probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project?
'Cause he was a crazy, megalomaniacal guy, and he wanted to, I guess, control all of mankind. Something like that.
Anybody? Any ideas?
Because he gave that weird speech to Akane in the incinerator, and that's kind of the gist I got, but I'd probably have to go back and read it again just to be sure.
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up. What? In our car? Really? I'm assuming with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just looked empty, no emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces.
Oh. Really? I mean, I guess. But, you know, you were really enthusiastic about killing those kids. You were just jumping for joy at the prospect, my man. I don't know about that.
I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
See, that's a somewhat sympathetic idea that I could reasonably understand, but you have not acted in a reasonable manner at all. So I don't know.
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
So, what was the, Santa said he's gonna make a kid's dream come true. I guess that was just what we did in the incinerator? Okay.
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well,
So, hey, Seven, I have a question too, by the way. Has your memory of the events that occurred changed? Is that why you were having a big headache, but you haven't mentioned it? And why'd you get amnesia in the first place? Okay.
see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. All right, fine. I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae.
I see. So Alice turned into a plant. Fascinating.
I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it.
Oh, is this where Soparil comes from?
I used that extract to create soap.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Go back. So I guess I thought in my head he became, a big wealthy guy in part, you know, Cradle Pharmaceuticals, he's the head guy. Got it, understood. But I thought part of that deal was he, you know, created that drug, and that's what made him so wealthy, and then after that got the Gigantic. But so Cradle Pharmaceuticals was already a very successful worldwide company, and he bought the Gigantic. He was already in the middle of setting up for this experiment, and that's when he discovered this plant and made Soparil and made a lot of money. Okay, I guess that's what it's saying.
Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is going to go on forever. Tape's going to go back on Hongo. No, we need to know this. So, yeah, but you were already wealthy enough to buy the Gigantic, right? Or were you just... Where was it? Who had it first? Did you buy it from somewhere, or were you just visiting? What's the... How does this work? And why had no one else discovered this yet? Okay, the rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's for you doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
For voodoo.
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me. So we always together.
And that's why they were able to do telepathy. Of course, yes.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you.
Okay.
I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in a warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. Still, one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. And he goes, yeah, okay, so you're addressing it, game. Okay. 9 years ago, she died incinerated on Gigantic, but she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped at the Northfield set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then... How do I make sense of what 7 remembers? Snakes makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But 7, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Is what you told me the truth, 7. You look satisfied. No, no way. He couldn't. What, do you think he never had amnesia in the first place?
Hey, look! Over there!
Wait.
Somebody next to the ride.
Wait. Do you think he never had amnesia in the first place? Ooh. Was that it? Because then he would have been... No, but surely Snake... But Snake would have to be in on it, too. Yeah, he's blind, but... At least in the vision we saw... Akane ran up and was speaking and, you know, making noise. Snake should have heard that.
Huh?
What? Hmm?
Hello? What? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on the shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. Don't even care. Sure. Yes. Of course I'm gonna save that. What are you talking about? I don't even... Hang on. Sorry, Junpei. Sorry to... Oh. Let me... That's just the escape rooms, huh? This was the one we saw. What about this one? Now it is time. Let our game begin. Okay. Wow. I don't know what to say. I will say this. I enjoyed this game. I like this game. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Good game. Enjoyed it. And the best character was obviously Alice. You know, of course she was the star of the show. I don't think anyone can argue against that. So good to see her have a good part of the ending there. Very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the rant I had for my epilogue. But okay, just so I'm pretty sure not everyone's gonna watch that, so I'm just gonna give just sort of brief thoughts, and then, you know, if you want to, if this is all you'll watch, then I'm just going to say this. I've been the Worm, and thank you very much for joining me for this Let's Play. It's been a very enjoyable one for me, and I shall be continuing this series, playing the rest of the trilogy, I believe. I'm going to have to make sense of all the twists and turns for the epilogue, so I'm not sure how much I can say about that. I did find a lot of the twists somewhat enjoyable. Finding out Snake was alive, sussing out the the culprit in Ace, that was fun, certainly. I think I liked all the characters pretty much. There was none that I really hated. Well, as far as villains go, I kind of liked Ace when he seems to be this sort of methodical, cool-headed, analytical sort of villain, but then he just goes crazy and starts with these, villain speeches about liking to kill people and cause pain, and that kind of made him drop for me a bit. But yeah, I didn't really guess it all that correct, but sort of getting... I had the 2-0 idea, and that wasn't really correct, but there was 0, and then there was Santa aiding 0, so that was... I think I was at least in the ballpark on that one. Definitely, I'd say it's so strange, because it feels silly, right? For me to say, oh hey, telepathy in alternate realities, I'm cool with that, but time travel is where I draw the line. But it seems silly, but that's kind of my feeling on it. I just have a sort of bias against that sort of thing. I don't really like time travel stories. I'll go... That's sort of what my spiel was about. We did get some stuff in this ending that kind of talked about that a bit. I'll try to... I'll go into more detail then about it. But I still... Of all the different twists and story beats that came up, I think that's probably my least favorite. Yeah, as I just said, I was cool with the telepathy. They were building that up the whole thing, and then finding out that it was actually real, I was kind of okay with that. But then the alternate realities, well, really different timelines, and that, just the whole time travel stuff, that's kind of, that's kind of not, I don't like it. I don't like it. Escape room stuff, the actual gameplay, there were some that were difficult. The more mathematical ones seemed to cause me the most trouble, but I think I was able to clear them all in a relatively reasonable amount of time. I was never really that stuck. Well, the one that got me stuck the most was the captain's quarters. And that was just kind of embarrassing, because I was off by one number. But other than that, I think I mostly did alright. I think going into the game, I had this sort of unreasonable fear that, I would be getting stuck on every escape room, but that just didn't occur, so I'm happy about that. If I'm being serious about favorite characters, I'd say, I'll go into more detail on all the characters in my epilogue, but, favorite character. Is it weird to like Junpei? I think he's kind of just... He came across as just a guy, and his voice actor did that really well, I felt. Just sort of speaking just as a normal sort of guy, and I think some people may not like that, but for me, I kind of enjoyed it because a lot of his reactions sort of felt similar to how I would react at times. So I just kind of enjoyed being in his perspective, being in his head throughout the majority of the game. And I did like Ace until he was revealed to be, you know, crazy. But I did sort of like his, what would you say? Just the air he gave off, sort of. 7 was pretty fun too. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Overall, positive experience. Happy I played it. Excited to do more. I think I'll have to give it a think. I'm sort of just still in the. It just happened, so I need to let that experience sort of settle for a bit, and then I'll be able to give more complete thoughts on it. Yeah, so I don't know if the epilogue will come out. There may be a gap. There may be a few days that it'll take for me to get all my thoughts and notes together for me to finally do that. So if there ends up being a few days off on this, don't be too alarmed. It's just me doing that. Otherwise, yeah, if you're done watching me, I hope you've had a good time. And if you're going to continue to watch me, I hope you continue to have a good time. I've been The Worm. This has been 999, and I hope you're well.